Alright guys, today is February 15, 2023. Today really only had two economic news that came out. The retail sales at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Now if you really look at the chart right here in the daily chart, overnight it already went down quite a bit. When we come in at 8:30, around right here, you see is just basically wobbling here all around in a sideways patterns. Now, I did put on some position today. If you look at the history, see the first one was I lost $80. I was in the trade for a very short period of time. Once I put a position on and I knew that it was going downward very quickly, just shut it. The second time I was I put on a position. It was actually positive, close to about $900, close to $1,000. Step away to do work. Came back and it started going downward really quickly, and I was just like, what happened there? And I lost 100. I shut it down, lost 190, put on for a different contract at a different period, and then afterward it was like, whoa, I'm starting to doing the chasing game, trying to get some profit back. I was up at close to $1,000, a little bit more than that, and then it shut me down and go all the way down again. For the third time, and this time I was able to put on a position, free contracts, and waited for a very long time, for about 4 or 5 hours, and it ended up positive. I was able to cover all the loss, which is about $1,200, and then plus a little bit more minus the fees of the commission fees. So if you look at today, it ended up with 7 trades, 16 contracts. When you look at, the main thing is that your average winning trade compared to your average losing trade, this is almost a 3-to-1 ratio, which that's what you're trying to do. And also the standard deviations winning trade is almost 2.5 times more than my standard deviation on the losing trades. And then of course my winning trade was much longer, 4 hours compared to 1 hour and 15 minutes. At the end, with all the commissions minus everything, I was still in the profit of $140.40. Again, in the early times, I could have had multiple chances of actually just close off the position, make my $1,000, and off I go. But I got greedy, right? And then basically, the greed got you, and it was like, oh, I can make more money. Okay, great. Then the next thing I would be like, well, if I can make $3,000 today instead of $1,000, that would be great. And then what happened is I kept chasing the dollar amount instead of looking at the overall trend, which you can see it doesn't move very much because we are in a range bound trade. So see 1, 2, 3 times. And I exited around here today, around 2:30. I usually do what happened is when a trade, let's say $2,000, and I usually put on a 70% from the top. So 70% of the top would be about 15 around. So it stopped me out around here. I still made the profit to cover the loss, and that's end of the day. And then I didn't trade the rest of the time. Now, what I really did learn today is that, it is nice when you see a big green number, but sometimes you just have to, stick with your plan and then continue doing. Say, okay, if your plan was today to make $1,000, for example, you already hit it very early on, around 8:30, 9 o'clock range. I already hit the $1,000. I should have got out, like right here. Here I got in around here. The first one went up, and then I should have got out, but I didn't. And what happened is I kept chasing for the whole entire day, wasting my time and energy. And then next thing you know, I only made $140. So that's what I learned today, and hopefully you learn from my mistake as well. Okay, so do take care and have a nice day.